Hey there, my name is Pam Peebles, and welcome to Skinny Body Cares. Well, I don't even know what to call this. I'm just so honored and privileged. We have the man here. We have the owner of Skinny Body Care, Ben Glinsky, and we're just going to talk today. One of the things that I love about Skinny Body Care is that the people are real here. So we have an opportunity to speak with the owner of Skinny Body Care, unscripted, just going to I call it the real deal on Skinny Body Care with the owner because we don't really have any questions. We're going to kind of find out a little bit about him, his vision for the company, what's going on with Skinny Body Care, what makes Skinny Body Care different, and why you need to be involved. So, Ben, it's my honor and privilege to have you here and to talk to you. How's your day going?
Thank you. Awesome. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing great now that I've got you here. So, I'm going to start off by just asking the most basics of questions because we see a lot of the leaders in Skinny Body Care around all the time, and you're kind of behind the scenes. So who the heck is Ben Glinsky? Who are you?
I'm just a regular guy, found a product. I've been in the industry for about 15 years now. I'm sure we'll get into to that. But yeah, I put together the compensation plan. I know what works in the industry just from my experience, and I've been fortunate to have created some good success in this business. But I also, I look at what works, I look at what doesn't work. And so when we designed this compensation plan, this whole company with the product, the system, and everything that we put in place, we did it, again, knowing those things and recognizing those things. And so yeah, I'm just a guy, I guess, with a vision and some ideas that put them into action and made them happen. And fortunately, a lot of people are sharing that vision, getting excited about it, and the company is absolutely exploding right now.
Yeah, exploding is probably an understatement. It's been 3.5 years Skinny Body Care has been in existence, and so for a company to be around for that little bit of period of time, that's kind of phenomenal. Did you expect all of this to happen when you first got started?
We did. You always have big dreams and kind of swing for the fences when you're launching something. So, I wouldn't have done it if I didn't believe it had the potential that I know it does. And I don't think we've even really scratched the surface, much less hit our peak yet. So there's a lot more growth. There's a lot more momentum to be had, and I think we're really just right at the bottom of what I consider one of the biggest growth curves this industry is ever going to see. But to answer your question, yeah, we expected it. We tested the product at the beginning. The formulation is just awesome. No other product on the market has the ingredients that Skinny Fiber does. We've got the 90-day challenge. People are getting results, losing weight. We designed the compensation plan to pay out almost double what almost every other compensation plan in the industry is paying out. So we knew, we had those two things in place. We created a system, our Powerline system, and all the tools and resources that we give everybody in the training to make it easy for people to build. The one variable, the kind of intangible that we wanted to create, but you never can know if it's actually going to happen, and in most companies it never happens, is the people that you attract, the people that catch the vision, that really plug in, engage, get committed, and go out there and share it. And we've been so fortunate to have attracted just some of the best people on the planet, both inside the industry, outside the industry. I love seeing people with no experience making money with this company. But again, to answer your question, yeah, I knew it had the kind of potential that I still believe it has. And again, I don't think we're anywhere near where this company is going to be 3 to 5 years from now, but the first 3.5 years have been huge. A lot of people have made a lot of money. We've paid millions of dollars in commissions, sold millions of dollars of products, millions of bottles of product, and this is just the beginning, so it's fun.
Yeah, and you just touched on something I want to elaborate on. We've had, as you know, on Tuesday nights, we do the Millionaire Mentoring Sessions where we've had the top leaders in, I say they're the top leaders in Skinny Body Care, but they're really some of the top leaders in the health and wellness industry. The most interesting thing about it is that some of the top income earners in Skinny Body Care have never, ever been in any type of network marketing, multi-level marketing, like Courtney Looper. I mean, it's just really crazy that you have people who are earning six-figure incomes, and not just six-figure incomes, but I mean mid to high, six-figure incomes. And then you have even your top income earner doesn't have any experience in this industry. So this is really a weird phenom, this company, because I say that the average person can win in skinny body care. So how do you think that happened where you get someone like Courtney Looper, who has no marketing experience, just wanted to lose weight, and then all of a sudden, I mean, Courtney Looper literally has like 100,000 followers, and just wants to lose weight, and then all of a sudden, she starts earning, I think, $300,000-$400,000 after 15-month period of time, and she's not the only one either. It's like multiple people having that type of success.
Yeah, you're right, and you always want that to happen. I mean, that's how this industry was built from the beginning. The network marketing industry, when it first started, nobody was in it, and it's the people who developed as leaders and then developed other leaders that made it to the top. And that's kind of what we're getting back to, and unfortunately what many companies in this industry have totally gotten away from. I mean, the last 10, 15 years in this industry, it's just been just a crazy show where people are just recruiting each other in and out of different programs. Nobody's committed, nobody's staying in. In one company they enroll all these people, the next company they sign up under these people. So that's not a way to build a long-term solid organization. It's not a way to help people retire, which is the ultimate goal that we created this company for. And so that's really been our plan since the beginning, is getting back into the local market, getting involved with the people that have no network marketing experience. And the way that you do that is with a product that works. And at the beginning, you need the networkers to go out there and bring in other people and start using the product, getting the testimonials, getting the stories. So it's funny, because this industry, you hear the statistics that 98% of companies fail within their first 2 years, and the reason is because they never have enough market penetration and enough customers to be able to attract new people and build true leadership within the company. And that's something that we focused on at the beginning and still focus on. I mean, this is much more than, other companies are going after leaders and trying to recruit leaders. We're developing leaders in this company, and I think that's kind of what separates us from so many different companies out there, and what makes us so powerful, and why we're growing faster than so many other companies out there, and why we have people like Courtney Looper, Jackie Stewart, Heather Johnson, just so many other people that have never been involved in the network marketing industry, earning 5, 10 times more than top leaders, quote-unquote leaders, in other companies who have been around the industry for 10, 15, 20 years. So that's kind of the key, and it all really starts from and is fueled by a product that works. When you have a product that gets results that people are going to buy regardless of the opportunity attached to it, you're going to get into those local markets. You're going to get outside of the network marketing industry, and that's exactly what we have. And it's the most exciting thing about this company, and this is a statistic I never expected. We were hoping for about a 50-50 ratio of distributors to customers. We have about 80% customers to 20% distributors. That is an awesome, amazing, incredible number in the network marketing industry. You do not see that in this industry very often, if ever, and it's maintaining. I mean, it is so cool to see how many people are buying this product, getting results with this product, with no desire to participate in the compensation plan, many times no knowledge that there even is a compensation plan attached to it, just because they're hearing the stories, seeing the testimonials, need to lose weight, need this product, as everyone on the planet does, and are going out there and doing it. And to elaborate on that real quick, that's what creates some of the best distributors in this company. Once you get someone who knows the product, who is passionate about the product, who's gotten results on the product, who knows how the product works, and goes out there and shares it, I mean, those are the best kind of people that you can have marketing a product. Whereas in other companies, people may or may not be using the product, they're selling the compensation plan, and that's why a lot of our leaders with no network marketing experience have started just as a customer of the product, gotten results, wanted to share it with others, realized that, oh my gosh, I could make money with this company, started plugging in, got trained, and are now, making more money than they ever have in their lives.
Yeah. You know what? The craziest thing is, I was in marketing. I was a marketer, so I was one of the marketers, and I'm having to reverse my entire way of thinking because all of the top income earners, the majority of the top income earners, I would probably say 75% of them, kind of accidentally started earning their top incomes because they started using the product and just started sharing with everyone. And you look at people like Jackie Stewart, and when she just started passionately sharing and just said, well, you know what, it's just working for me, and it's working for getting rid of, this issue that I was having, and helping me with this, and I was able to lose weight, and just start telling people. And then all of a sudden, even after almost a year of not really doing anything with the company as a business, she comes out of the blue at the underdog, and now she's the top income earner. So when you hear those kind of stories, I say to everyone, there's no reason why you can't make money with this company, seriously, because you have someone who's $1 million earner who had no intention whatsoever of even promoting this as a business, and next thing you know, she's a $1 million earner because she was just passionate about, I want other people to have, feel good and lose weight just like I did. And then all of the people that fall behind her, of course. I mean, there's so many stories. We could just keep going on and naming names. Of course, her sister Judy, both of them are rock stars. And then I can just keep naming names. We've had so many people on. We have on Wednesday the Skinny Body Stories of Success, where we have 4 or 5 people on the panel, and each one of them, they have their own success story about how they've lost weight, how they've made extra money. And everyone's not $1 million earner, of course, but other people who are making $500 a month, $5,000 a month. It just kind of goes on and on. So next question I kind of want to ask you is why did you start Skinny Body Care? I can tell you, for all of the reps who are in Skinny Body Care, I'll tell you thank you for all of us, because we're just thrilled that you did. But what was your vision when you started it?
That's a good question. I've been involved in the network marketing industry for about 15 years. As I mentioned, I've been fortunate to have had a lot of success. I was pretty much done, and I found this product. It was unlike anything I'd ever seen. We started testing it, had some people use it. They were all getting results. Everybody loved it. It was all natural. And it just, I knew that if we take this product, network marketing, put together a good compensation plan with it, it could be one of the biggest companies in the industry. So it was kind of not something that I planned on doing. I wasn't looking to start another company. It just kind of came to me, and when I had that product in my hand, it was like the world needs to know how they can change their health, their wellness with this product, and with this compensation plan we put along with it. We could really help a lot of people. So it was kind of something that I couldn't not take public and not create this compensation plan and everything, and it just made sense. I just felt like it was something I don't want to say I owed the industry, but I think the industry was looking for, and I didn't want to do things the same as everyone else was doing. I saw the cycles and the trends that are happening, as I mentioned, people recruiting everyone else, and definitely didn't want to get into that kind of business. And so, I decided, I'm going to give it one more run. I'm going to build the best compensation plan around this, structure this company unlike anything else. So we're here long term so that people can get results with this product. And I think we did a great job. I mean, we're still getting started. This is still the beginning. The first 3.5 years have been huge. We've become the fastest growing company in the industry, open business in 150 countries around the world. We've got somewhere between 20 and 30 different distribution centers. I can't even keep track. We're opening new ones every month around the world to get people their product quickly and efficiently. And it's really, that's just the foundation that has to be built in order to get to the next level and really to scale this as big as we know it can be. But that's kind of how it started. I found the product. One of my friends had created it along with a team of formulators. It was sitting on a shelf for about a year. They didn't do anything with it. They were going to sell it as an affiliate product. And didn't. I basically bought. I'm like, they wanted a piece of it. I'm not interested in creating a company to make someone else rich when you don't do anything. There's a, not to get off on a tangent, but there's a lot of people out there. I mean, everybody has $1 million idea, I believe, and it's the people who actually take that idea into action and take it to market and make it happen that have the success. People who have just an idea and never do anything with it, great, you're creative, but if you don't have the everything else, the courage, the balls, the commitment to take it somewhere else and really, you know, make it happen, then I don't believe you deserve to make money with it. And that's why there's a ton of good products sitting on the shelf. And there's also, on the flip side, there's people who have had terrible ideas but got so passionate and excited about it and marketed it so well. I mean, you hear about like the pet rock that did millions of dollars in volume. So it's really, you know, sometimes it's not all about how good the product is. It's about how good it's marketed. But, you know, in this case, I know we had a product that was marketable. I knew that this industry needed it. I knew this industry needed a change, needed something that people can really hang their hats on and find a home for themselves and have it be the last company they ever have to be involved in and not jump to a new deal in 3 months, 6 months, a year, whatever. And I think the culture that we've been able to create with it because of that is something that hasn't happened in this industry for a lot of years. And I'm very proud of that. I'm proud to see the little guy winning, the person with no network marketing experience coming in, getting trained, building leaders, and having success and helping others do the same. I love the fact that we have so many people in this company who are committed to benefiting everybody, regardless of whether they're in their team or not. They support everyone, they train everyone, they help everyone. I mean, it's just a great culture, a great family, a great environment, a nurturing environment, a loving environment, and it's, you know, when everyone grows together, big things happen, and that's really what we're doing here, what's happening, and I couldn't be more excited, because this, again, it's still the beginning. I mean, 3.5 years, we have rocked this company. The next 3.5 years are going to be huge.
Yeah, you just mentioned something that I can definitely attest to. You said the culture. One of the I haven't been in network marketing for a long time, but just for a couple of years. But I've been to a bunch of events, and one of the things that was noticeable to me early on when I came on with Skinny Body Care was the community. It's a weird community in a very positive way, because I think a lot of the people who are in Skinny Body Care have not been tainted. And so they feel like your cousins, your aunts, your sisters, your brother, and it's just very weird, but not in a bad way. So when I say weird, folks, I don't mean in like this negative connotation. I mean weird in that you're almost taken aback because everyone's so nice, and it just continues on and on and on to every person you talk to. And when I went to the event in Las Vegas, it was like getting together like a family reunion. And it's weird because everyone you talk to describes it the same way. They look forward to getting together, and then they gave Ben this really cool award called, I think it was called this CEO, the best CEO dude, and they just adore you and love you. And so, I mean, it's this weird environment going on. I mean, did you intend for it to be that way, or did it just happen that way? Because I've never heard of the best CEO dude award. Have you?
I haven't, but I was so excited and honored to receive it. But no, I agree. It is weird in just an awesome, amazing way. I don't think it's anything that anyone could intentionally create. I mean, we are just, it's weird. We're attracting people with no egos. And, you know, a lot of it is because they haven't made any money in network marketing before. You know, it's so frustrating to see these people who, you know, 10, 20 years ago in one deal, one time, had a $10,000 or $20,000 month and think they're the, you know, the king of the world, and they think they're better than everybody else, and, you know, no one deserves to talk to them and all this other stuff. And you know, I think part of the reason that everyone's so nice and doesn't have the egos and is so warm and loving is because they recognize that I don't know, maybe they just haven't had that success. But regardless, even, you know, the most successful people in the world, for those of you who have had the opportunity to meet someone who has, you know, created success in their life, there's always a lot of people kind of have the vision that they're kind of, uppity or standoffish or this kind of thing. But it's actually what I've experienced, and maybe it's just because I'm like this or my perception, is that they're very nice and warm and welcoming and helping and supportive and loving. And it is weird, but the most exciting thing about it is it's like we're attracting many people who have never had success in their lives, and coming into this company and for the first time ever getting results, making money, and losing weight, and it's just, and I mean, they don't know that there's other companies out there where people are struggling. Maybe they do, I don't know, but it's just so cool to develop leaders, and that's what makes us different. We're not going after leaders in other companies because they're just going to be in and out of here in 3 months anyway and looking for the next hot deal. We're building leadership. We're developing new people in this company by the training, by the culture that fortunately has been created. But yeah, it's like we're kind of the underdogs, and that's the people who we're attracting, and we're taking on the industry and absolutely dominating and just kicking their bottoms, and it's so fun, it's so exciting, and it's just, everyone roots for the underdog, and it's so cool to see so many of them actually winning here and helping others. It's all, and even when they get there, like Courtney Looper is a great example, so is Jackie Stewart, and everybody, when they get there, they don't get an ego, they don't think they're better than everybody else. These ladies, you meet them, they still, look at themselves as just the regular person that joined the company a year, 2, 3 years ago, and it's just thankful that they found it. So it's really a cool culture and just really a cool feeling to be part of it.
Yeah, Judy Stewart just put into the Dream Team Hangout that it was the Awesome CEO Dude Award. That's what you got, the Awesome CEO Dude.
Right here.
Yeah. So, and you know what? It's the thing is that I think it's just across the board how much they love you. And I'll be honest with you. I've been to some events, and one thing I know for certain is, yeah, you can be with people who, when I say six-figure earners, I mean they are just barely six-figure earners. They're earning $101,001, and they won't even let you get anywhere near them. So that's why I thought it was funny when you said that, because you would have no clue that $1 million earner, or that Judy. I remember, just the communication with them, they're so humble and laid back. Have invited me to Vegas to hang out. Just some of the nicest people, down to earth, realest folks you ever want to be, even yourself. And talking with you in Vegas, just so laid back. And I say this all the time. You're the CEO of a multi-million-dollar company, and everyone just talks to you like, oh, hey, there's Ben, not Mr. Glinsky, there's Ben. Everyone's friends with you. Everyone just kind of hangs out with you. It's just really a very unique environment. So I really wanted to bring that up, because that doesn't happen with other companies. When I say you can't get near the six-figure earners, I'm literally meaning people who are earning $100,000 and $1. As soon as they hit that, they're like in a different status, and you can't get near them. So they have a whole new attitude going on with them.
Yeah, I've seen it in other companies. It's frustrating, and I think actions speak louder than words, and I think leaders lead by maybe. People see what leaders are doing and want to do it too. So I don't know, but it's awesome, and yeah, I totally agree. And I don't want to say I don't allow egos, but I really don't. I don't want to see that in this company. I want everyone to be supportive of each other, regardless of whose team or organization or enroller is. So yeah, I think it all starts at the top, and you want to set a foundation and an example for your team and for your people, and I think myself and I think all leaders do a great job at that.
Yeah, I would have to agree with you. So what, aside from the culture, what else would you say, in your opinion, and of course you're biased, but what else makes Skinny Body Care different?
There's a lot of things. It starts from the product. It's unlike any other product out there on the market. You guys have seen commercials for 20 different weight loss diets, programs, products, whatever, probably in the last day on TV, and they're all kind of advertising, lose 20 pounds in a week and all this crazy nut stuff. And, if those products worked and got the results that they claim, people wouldn't be looking for a new diet every week. So obviously most of that stuff isn't working. And that's what I love about Skinny Fiber. It's not, we don't tell you you're going to lose 20 pounds in a week. You're probably not going to lose 20 pounds your first month, maybe not even your first 3 months on this product. But once you start losing it, you're going to keep it off for good as long as you maintain on the product, maintain your diet and kind of watch what you eat, maybe exercise a little bit. Obviously those things help. But this is a product that's designed to help long term and keep it off for good. And seeing people like Courtney and others who have tried 20 different weight loss products, diets, whatever, and struggled and still, had that extra fat and were overweight, and finally, for the first time ever, are getting results with this product, it really is life-changing. So it really starts there. But on top of that, we put together a compensation plan that I think is unlike anything else in the industry. I've never seen infinite levels of fast start bonuses paid out, our infinity bonuses, coded. I mean, and a lot of people don't understand it still, but once those $1, $2, $3 on hundreds of people in your organization start being added to your check each and every week, you start to understand it more. The comp plan is absolutely huge, and it's very level as far as paying out to little people, people who haven't built a big organization yet, and then very rewarding for people who have been in for a little bit longer, who have been committed, who have built a bit bigger, better team, developed more leadership within their organization. But it also comes down to how we've structured this company and the reason we're able to pay out as much as we do. We don't have a big, huge corporate office, and quite honestly, I can tell you every reason why we don't, and some of them are very valid, some are just whatever, but the main reason, to be totally honest, I don't want to go to a corporate office every day. I'm sitting here at my house in my home office. That's where I want to be. My kids get home from school at 3 o'clock. I'm done. Take them fishing, go ride bikes, whatever, play outside. And that's, that's kind of the lifestyle that I want and that I want to help other people create. So the way we've designed this, we've been able to outsource literally everything. And we've been able to team up with the best manufacturers on the planet. And it all started because I don't want to go to a corporate office, but that strategy has actually proven to be so much more powerful than having a corporate office. The main reason is, you have a corporate office, it's either going to be too small or too big. If you outgrow it, you're going to have to move. If you don't grow fast enough, you're not even going to be able to afford it. There are some huge contract manufacturers out there, FDA-approved facilities, all good manufacturing practice approved. I mean, we get our choice. We get to pick from the best of the best manufacturing facilities, not only in the United States, but all over the world to manufacture our product. And we have 3 of them that I believe are the best anywhere, better than any company could create by having a big corporate office and a big manufacturing plant themselves. Because that's what these companies do. They manufacture product. They've got the best formulators, the best scientists, the best product makers, ingredients, everything, the best sources. So it works out. And because of that, it also allows us to scale. And scalability in business is huge. Because a lot of companies, if they double in volume next month, they are going to be toast. Because they're not going to be able to keep up with the volume. The way that we're structured, I mean, we can have more product not tomorrow, but in like 2 weeks. So there will never be back orders, at least not more than like a week or 2 max, and that's going to be very rare, and that would only happen if we doubled in volume like every month. I expect solid, stable growth, but I don't expect to double every month. That would be awesome, but I don't expect it. So that's a powerful thing, is being able to hand pick the best manufacturers out there, the best shipping companies out there, the best customer service people, because a lot of companies, if you have a phone room, and this, I'm not saying that they have bad customer service reps, but sometimes you're kind of limited to whoever might be looking for a job in your local area at the time that you're hiring. With our customer service, all of our customer service people work from their home. I don't care where they are in the United States or where they are in the world, we get our pick. And we go through a lot of people in our hiring process when we bring on new people. We want to know they're the best, and we're not limited to who's looking for a job in the local area. On top of that, I mean, these are people who so much love. I mean, you talk to our customer service people, they sound just like our distributors. They feel like they're part of the family. They feel like this is their home, because they get to work from home. They get to help you guys, and they appreciate the fact that they don't have to go to a corporate office. And at the same time, it allows us as a company, and we've got the best software in the industry as well, but it allows us to monitor them. We see how many phone calls they're taking a day, how many chats they're doing, how many support tickets they're responding to, how many emails they're responding to, their consistency, their speed at which they're doing it, and making sure everyone is performing as they're supposed to be performing. So we've got a lot of filters in place to monitor everything, to scale everything, to keep everyone happy. And when you've got happy employees, happy distributors, happy customers, good things happen. And so I don't remember what the initial question was, but that what makes us different. And I think it's all those things, but ultimately what it comes down to, again, is our people. And that's the intangible thing that no one can ever really make happen. It just kind of, and I don't think it happened by coincidence in this company. I think the fact that we've structured everything the way that we have, the way that we're doing things different, the way that we're doing things right in this company, compared to a lot of companies out there, has attracted those kind of people. And so, again, I don't think it's coincidence that any of us are here, and I think that that the future is going to be very exciting, and I'm excited that we're doing it different, because it's just how I like to do it.
Well, you know what I like hearing about you saying all that is because it's so rare that you have a company that practices what they're preaching. So you're basically running a company that's telling people, let me show you how to work from home while working from home, and you're teaching everyone in the company how to try and keep their money. In other words, this is not about, hey, let's make a whole bunch of money and go out and blow it on the newest Benz or the newest whatever silly car is out. This is about teaching people how to build long-term wealth and build long-term residual income, and sticking around with one company instead of company hopping, which we see people do all the time. And so you're leading by example, which is so unheard of, because most of the time what I've seen in my short experience is company just keeps introducing product after product after product to get people to spend more money. And I mean, everything that you say is consistent. Everything that you do is consistent by your words and then your actions. So, I mean, for anyone that's watching, if you're wondering, okay, well, how can I get involved with this company? Click on the link below. Get started today, or get back in touch with the person who put you on this hangout, because obviously you can see. I mean, if you can't see, you need to watch and just kind of rewind when this is all over and watch it again, because it's a no-brainer. But I mean, what I love about everything, Ben, and this is what attracted me to, is that everything is in line. So it's not like you're sitting here trying to figure out what's going on. Everything lines up for you perfectly, and what you just said made so much sense. You're preaching the message of how to have longevity in the company, how to have longevity financially, and you're doing that by showing people keep everything, in-house instead of just blowing it, which means that is able to keep more profits in, which means you could pay more profits out to the distributors, which we love. So all of that makes a whole lot of sense to me. If y'all missed that part, I said paying more money out to the distributors, which we love. And there's one thing that you do, and you don't have to get too deep into this, but you pay more, the company pays more money out than the average company. Am I correct on that? I don't know the whole comp plan, but one thing I do know is that you pay more money than average companies do.
Yeah, there are a few reasons for that. I mean, most companies start off with investors that own most of the company and control most of the company, and want to make most of the money in the company. We don't have that. It's me. I funded the whole company, bought the products, the rights, the licenses, funded all the inventory. And so it's not, there's not a lot of different hands in the pot, if you will. But you're absolutely right. I mean, the average company in the industry, you could look at every compensation plan and do the math, pays out about 40%. That's kind of the average. Some are as low as 30. Some are, in the 50, sometimes 60% range. The average is about 40. We're paying out 80% on the front end, the first 2 months, and over 70% beyond that. The reason we're able to do that is because we don't have a lot of overhead. So, it's almost, not just are we paying out more, we're paying out almost double what most companies are paying out. And still, I mean, a lot of companies at the beginning, a lot of people, a lot of experts in the industry said from the very beginning, we're not going to be able to sustain this company with this big of a payout. There's not enough revenue for the company. There's not enough operating money coming in to keep it going. And I mean, I'm a math guy. I know numbers. I know math. Everything is math. You can't argue math. I mean, I said this quote one time. Tim Miller quoted me, 2 + 2 is always going to equal 4. And I recognize that. I know where our margins are. I know what our numbers look like. I know, what the company can pay out and still be very, very healthy and not have any concerns whatsoever. And that's where we are. And in fact, since we launched the company and people were saying we're paying out too much, we've actually added money to the compensation plan and paid out even more. So it's it's how we do it. And I agree with you. You want to practice what you preach, do the right thing, and lead by example. And I'm very I don't know. I'm a big believer in karma and doing the right thing. And if you do good things happen. You help enough people, good things are going to happen to you. You do bad things are going to happen. So, I'm very proud of everything we've put together, how we've done it right, how we've structured everything, and the fact that we are able to pay out so much to so many people and helping so many people for the first time ever, really, in many cases, save their lives, both physically and financially, with this company is really a cool thing.
Okay. I'm listening. One of the things that because I'm writing notes because I had, I know that there was it was free for all. I could ask you any questions that I wanted to, so I tried to jot down some notes. But as you're saying stuff, I'm going, okay, let me jot this down and ask this question. So I know one of the things, most companies, people are just not making money in the industry. So if another leader, say in another company, is watching this and they're scratching their head and they're trying to figure out, okay, why would I want to get involved or take a look at Skinny Body Care? So let's say a leader's watching this and they're just kind of scratching their head still looking at this. What would you say to them? I mean, they're with another
company. That's a good question. And it's kind of funny because, on one hand, they look at it and they're like, when they recognize our payout and they recognize that it's so much more than their company is paying out, it's hard to deny that it's going to be easier to build an organization here and make more money with less people. And that's kind of what we intentionally created. And that's why we give you guys all the tools, all the resources, all the trainings, all the websites. I mean, everything for free. We don't charge you extra for tools or websites or systems or anything like that. Because we want people to recognize that, hey, if you can't make money here, it's going to be very difficult to make money anywhere else. We want this to be the easiest company in the industry for people to make money with. So, when leaders look at it, they see that, and they hope one of two things. Either they get in and hope their people see it, or they don't get in and hope their people don't see it, because they know that once their people recognize it, there's a good chance they're coming over here. But on the other hand, leaders kind of have to change what they're used to in this industry. This isn't a company that's only going to be here for a 3 to 6 or 12-month run. We're here for the long term. We're building this different than anything else out there. So I don't want people to join this company if they don't have long-term focus. If they're not ready to be done, to walk away in the next 3 to 5 years, this really probably isn't the right company for you. I mean, if you want to lose weight, this is definitely a product that you need to try. And if you know anyone else who needs to lose weight, they need to be on this product. It's probably the product that they've been looking for their whole lives. But, from a business perspective, as a network marketer, it's different than anything else you've ever built. There's no egos here. There's a lot of people who have just followed a simple system, haven't gone out and brought a team over or recruited other leaders from the industry. And if you follow our system and kind of adjust what you've been doing to our system, you're going to have a lot of success. But if you try to do what you've been doing in the last 6 companies you've been in the last year, 2 years, you're going to have the same results. You're going to make some money, and then you're going to go to the next deal. But if you focus and commit, you can't deny that this compensation plan pays out more than anything else out there. The fact that we're helping people with no network marketing experience finally get results, or not even finally, but get results, when more results than top leaders in other companies. And when you see a company, see you later, love you, that is doing 80% customers, obviously the product works, it's customer driven, it's going to be here long term, the residual income is there, and it really is a long term program. And you hear me say it all the time, I want this to be the last company you ever have to be involved in. I want this to be the company you can retire with. And that's the way we've structured it. And if you kind of buy into that belief and recognize that this thing was built for that reason and it's actually working, then big things will happen, and it very realistically could happen for you.
Yeah, I'm listening to you and I'm going, special kind of guy, because you're a rare individual, period. Not a lot of people believe in the whole, you got to give to get, especially when it comes to CEOs of company, because usually it's how much can I get for me, and I hate to say it this way, but to hell with everyone else. Their thought process is, how much can the company make? And I'm still kind of flabbergasted over the whole, each month that 70% of the profits are going out, because that's a huge chunk. I mean, there are most companies where you're talking at maximum 50%, but the majority of them are paying about 25%, and the rest of it is going into product development, which, is pure craziness. But so I want to talk a little bit about well, it's the truth. They go into product development for products that never come up, and I don't know where that money goes to. But I want to talk a little bit about what is your vision for the company's future? Where do you see Skinny Body Care going? I mean, right now, in 3.5 years, it's already done, I believe, 35 million, which is phenomenal for last year, I believe. And so where do you see this thing going? Let's just talk maybe for the next 3 to 5 years for right now. Let's kind of narrow it down.
Yeah, I'm excited. I mean, the first 3.5 years, we've really built a very solid foundation. And that's the key, especially as I mentioned, when 98% of companies don't even make it to 2 years. That first 2 to 3 years is kind of proving grounds in the industry, proving that you can make it, showing that your model will sustain, will work, and the 80% customer thing just is like, that's just what I'm so excited about, because it really proves that this is a customer-driven program, and to have that big of a ratio this early in the game, ever, but much less this early in the game, is something that doesn't happen in this industry. So the timing is so powerful and so perfect right now, because nobody has ever heard of this product, this company, this opportunity, or the 90-day challenge or anything. So the next 3 to 5 years, I think that's totally going to change, because now that the foundation is built, the culture is there, the people, I believe we have the people in this company who we need to really take it to the next level. When we started, we didn't have anybody. We had a few leaders. I think I brought in like 11 people to start the company with. I think out of those 11, 3 or 4 are still even active, and like 2 ever even did anything. And that's what the company was built on. So at the beginning, you never know how fast. You always have the vision, you have the game plan, you have the goals that you've set, and kind of the what you expect to happen, and expectations are good. I think you put that into the universe, it supports you, all that good stuff. But now, that again, we've proven ourselves. It's really time to take it to the next level. And some of the things, I mean, even if we didn't change a thing with this company, just the fact that we have the people that we have now, that again, we didn't have 2 and 3 years ago, it's going to grow with or without me, with or without any of us, because that culture's in place, that level of duplication's in place. We have the system to create leaders. We have the system to sell product, to move product, to share the opportunity, to share the product, the compliment, the results, the testimonials, everything, that it's going to keep growing. I mean, I think without doing anything, if I didn't add, change, enhance, help, support, if I fell off the planet tomorrow, I think we do over $100 million in 2015. I expect that to happen. And I definitely expect it to happen with some of the things that we're adding. We've been working hard on our distributor kit that is long overdue. I shouldn't say long overdue. I mean, because where we are right now, a lot of companies want to have everything in place because they know they're going to have a short run. We're going to be here in 10, 20 years from now. So the fact that we're 3 years in before we even get a distributor kit, I'm not even concerned about that. It's going to be an exciting thing. It's going to help people even more, kind of just build more value for the company as a distributor when they join. Our compensation plan videos are being added as quickly as I can. There's about 4 or 5 of them up there now as far as the different parts of the comp plan. When people understand the fast start overrides and the matching bonus parts of our compensation plan, because the only people now that really understand them are the people who are seeing them. But when you understand, as far as on their check, when people see that vision and see it on the video, and we've made it very clear, they say a picture speaks 1,000 words, and we've got like 1 million images on there, so however many words that is a lot for people to understand. So I think that's going to be a huge step in what we're doing. We're just going to continue focusing on the same thing. I mean, as Tim Miller says, he's been saying the same thing for 3.5 years, and nothing has changed. The product works. That's not going to change. The compensation plan pays. That's not going to change. The company is awesome. The people are amazing, and that's just going to continue to get better and better and better. So yeah, the next 3 to 5 years are going to be huge. Our goal for 2015 is to do $100 million, and I think that's very possible. I don't think that's unrealistic. If we do 50 million, that's still amazing and awesome. I hope within 5 years, our goal is to get to $1 billion a year. I don't think that's unrealistic either. We may even get there faster, possibly 3 years from now in 2017, 2018. We could have $1 billion year. And in order for us to do that, I mean, we've got people. You mentioned, Pam, that the average person in the network marketing industry, unfortunately, isn't making any money. With our compensation plan, and because we're 80% customer driven, the average distributor in this company who's been in for 6 months or more is earning over $600 a month. I mean, you can look at companies' income disclaimers and how much people are earning. In most companies, the average person literally is earning very close to $0. The highest companies are maybe in the $200 range. Our average person after 6 months is earning over $600 a month. That is insane, and it's because of everything we talked about. So, now that people are finding out about this company, now that they recognize it is sustainable, it is scalable, it is growing, we've got major momentum, we've got the best people in the industry, a culture that is just warm and welcoming and supportive, and it helps to develop everyone. I think we're unstoppable, and I am super excited. You hear me talk about the window of opportunity, and it is just wide open right now, better than it was 2-3 years ago, because no one knew if we'd be here, where we'd be, how much momentum, growth, where the company would be as a whole. And 3 to 5 years from now, when we're doing $1 billion a year, and a lot more people have heard about it, I don't want to say there's more competition within the company, but it's not as easy when a lot of people know about the product as it is right now before. So you've got an opportunity, really, the next, I think, 1 to 2 years, the people who join this company very realistically have a huge opportunity, and probably the biggest chance they'll ever have in their lives to really set themselves up for the rest of their lives, potentially be able to retire, be able to walk away, not just from the income that they're earning here, but from you talked about, that we don't want to be flashy. I don't want you guys out there buying expensive cars and flashing them around. I mean, if it makes you happy, like genuinely inside happy and not just happy that you're impressing someone, then I think it's okay. But, I'd rather you put that money in the bank, let it grow so that you guys can go out and do the things you want and not have to work, not have to worry about money for the rest of your life. I think that's so much more powerful, and that's part of the culture, part of the training that we're creating. And, as Dale Calvert, our top trainer, says, until you don't need your check in a network marketing company, you haven't arrived yet. And that's exactly where we're trying to get everybody to, a point where their checks are still going to come in, but even if they weren't, you don't need them because of the investments you've made, because of the money that you've saved, and because of the way that you've structured yourself. You're able to walk away and be done. So there you have it.
Yeah, but you know what? That's like unheard of training, because most of the time you hear people who want to get you dependent. They want to make you financially dependent, and they use fear in order to do that. And so, it's so refreshing to hear you talk, because it's really not the norm to have it where you're having a company owner say, one, we want this to be the last company that you're ever with, and then two, we want to help retire you so that you can enjoy your life and live your life however you want to. So, setting people up and telling them, first of all, a 3 to 5 year plan is not a long time. To be able to say, in 3 to 5 years that you should be able to have the type of financial freedom that you're not going to get on your job now is like unheard of. And secondly, I agree with you 100%. This window right here, I've been telling people right now is the time, the next 1 to 2 years is when people are going to see 7 figures over the next 3 to 5 years. So I agree with you 100%, because this is where the momentum is being built. So that leads me to my next question for you. I know that you have small kids. So what do you see for your kids? And I don't know how old your kids are, but tell me a little bit about where you see your kids and how they fit into this equation. 25 years ago, take us fast forward. Where is Skinny Body Care? Let's go into the future, because I personally think this company is going to be like the Amway, and years from now, these are going to be we're going to be passing our incomes on to our children. So I'm just really curious, where do you see 25 years from now? Where is Skinny Body Care at? I know that's kind of way down there, but what are your kids doing with this company?
Yeah, that's a hard question. My kids are 6 and 8 right now. 8-year-old daughter Mia and 6-year-old boy Bodie. They're awesome. I coach their soccer teams. We play. They're my best friends. I love my kids and my wife. It's just awesome. But yeah, that's one of the most challenging, I guess, things that successful people have to figure out is where their money goes, when they go, and who's going to take over everything. And one of the things, I've been very fortunate to have made a lot of money in this company, but one of the things I'm so against is spoiling my kids, enabling my kids. We hardly let them watch TV. We let them play iPad for like 20 minutes. We make them run around outside, ride bikes, play soccer, go fishing. And we do it together with them. And so, as far as, I spoil them with my time, but definitely not with things. And I'm very passionate about that. I'm very serious about it. I don't want them to feel enabled. They have no idea what the difference is between people make money and don't make money, or the value of money or anything like that. And they'll learn it as they grow. But another thing, I want to encourage them to do their own thing, to pursue their own dreams and passions as they grow. So whether Skinny Body Care is in their future or not, that's really up to them. I'm not going to push them in that direction. I'm not going to push them in any direction. I'm going to support them in whatever they want to do. All my money when I go, the company, I'll have to figure out what actually we have plans for the company. But as far as the money, you look at people like Bill Gates and Warren Buffett and others who have the same situation. Do you leave billions of dollars to your kids and just enable them? And I think Bill Gates said it pretty well. I think Warren Buffett's just donating all of it and not giving his kids anything, which I don't think is a bad idea. Bill Gates said he's going to give them enough money where they don't have to work, but not enough where they can do nothing. So, that's something that we still haven't figured out. They're not going to get everything. They're not going to be enabled. They're not going to get enough money where they don't have to work. Because I just don't. I'm weird with stuff like this, and that's why it's a difficult question. But I'll share with you my feelings just so you guys can get to know me a little bit. I don't think just because my kids were born to me, they deserve anything better than kids that were born to someone who doesn't have as much or wasn't as fortunate to have as much as me. I think I want everyone to kind of be on the same playing field and get to where they get to because of what's inside their heart, their head, their passion, their emotion. And I don't want to change that by giving them stuff that other kids don't have. It's kind of weird, but so yeah, I don't know what their involvement will be, if anything, in the future. But all I know is now I'm going to love them as much as I do and do every day. And as I mentioned, as soon as they get home from school, I'm done working. 3 o'clock, we do their homework. Again, play outside, play games, do stuff, eat dinner, put them to bed. So it's fun, and that's people talk about their why being their kids. I don't know that my why was necessarily my kids. My why is to be able to do the things I want to do, one of which is hanging out and spending a lot of time with my kids, being able to coach soccer, volunteer, do things with them. So there, a little bit about me, and hopefully that kind of answered your question, Pam.
Oh yeah, it does a lot. So Ben, since we're getting a little personal, this is all questions are on the table. So since you are the CEO of the company, and of course with that, I'm sure that you've earned millionaire status. I'm just curious as to what you drive. Are you driving like a Maserati or Ferrari? So what does Ben drive? I'm just really curious to that.
No, I love my car. It's a BMW 328 station wagon, so I can fit my surfboard in there. That's a funny story. I don't buy new cars. I bought it 3 years old. It's a 2009. Now it had like 25,000 miles on it when I bought it or something. It's a great car. I love it. I like the stick shift. I like to be in control. And again, it fits my surfboards. But the funny thing is, and this is a great story. I'm glad you asked me that. I can share the story. When I launched Skinny Body Care, I've never been one to try to impress people with stuff. It doesn't do anything for me. I was driving a Volkswagen Passat, also a station wagon, so I could fit my surfboard. It was 2001, I believe. This was like 3 years ago, maybe two or 3 years ago. I drove it up. I was living in San Diego, and I drove it up to LA to meet some people for a Skinny Body Care event. The car broke down like as I got off the freeway. I was like rolling into a gas station with the engine died. I was able to roll into a gas station, kind of push it into a little parking spot. Had to call one of the people who I was meeting for the Skinny Body Care event. CEO's car breaks down. He drove me over to the meeting. We did the meeting. It was great. And then one of the distributors at the meeting, I told him the story. I'm like, you know what? Take me to get a rental car to the rental car place, and you can have this car. And I literally gave him my Volkswagen Passat. He fixed it up. I think his wife is driving it now. I mean, it had like 130,000 miles on it, but I was going to drive it till it died, and it died that day. That was the day that it was time to get a new car. So, I think when you have money, and you've probably heard this before, it kind of makes you more of the person that you are. I think if you're a bad person and negative and egotistical, you probably won't make money, but if you do, you're going to make it's going to make more of that. If you're a good person, a caring person, and kind of makes you more of that. And it's kind of, as I've become more and more successful, little things like that, it's like, okay, car died, no big deal, rent a car, drive home, told my wife, my car died today. It's like, it's not a big deal anymore. the big things, the kids, family. I love taking vacations with my family. That's the stuff that matters to me. But yeah, so to answer your question, I love my car. It's not a super fancy car. It's a nice car. I think I paid like $25,000 for it used. So yeah, it's great.
So for those of you guys, I'm sorry to disappoint you all. Ben is not taking the company funds and blowing it on the Maserati. So I just I kind of knew this, but that's why I wanted to ask that question because he's so much like me and you guys that it's ridiculous. He's normal, and I think that's what having this whole hangout about when I said get the real deal on skinny body care with the owner. I mean, who better to lead a company than someone who's like you? I mean, this is like when I say your next door neighbor, someone that you can hang out with and put burgers on the grill with. I mean, who else would you want to invite over besides Ben and his wife? I mean, they're just like the coolest people in the world. So, Ben, body care for the first time today, and they're just getting on this hangout, and they're just looking at this, and they're like, this is just, he's so normal. He's so normal, and the people seem so nice, and they're hearing all this stuff. I mean, it just seems so surreal. I mean, what would you say to them? I mean, how often is it that, first of all, you hear the CEO of the company be given an award called the Awesome CEO Dude, and he's driving around in the 2009. By the way, I drive a 2009 too. I refuse. That thing will break down on me. My other car broke down on me. It was a 2003, and literally the engine went out. That's why I upgraded to a 2009. I refuse to go into a new car. But someone watching this, what would you say to them who's looking at this company for the first time? Maybe they've been in network marketing before, or maybe they never have. What would you say to them about why they should partner with us?
Yeah, it's like we talked about before. It's definitely a weird company in a very good, exciting way. But all I can say is, you don't really understand the culture until you've been to one of our live events and actually meet the people and see that they are real and loving and caring and supportive and just awesome to be with. And I mean, everyone is approachable. Nobody has an ego. It really is a different kind of company. So all I can say is, I encourage you to join if you haven't already, but more importantly, I encourage you to get to a live event. I think that's what really, I hate to use the word sells you on the opportunity, but it really builds your belief that what we're talking about and what you see here today is exactly the culture that we have with this company. And I mean, some of the most powerful things about, or the most powerful thing I think about this company is even more than the product, more than the compensation plan, more than the system, is the friendships and the relationships that are being built at this company through these events and just from the things that we're able to do together. It is awesome. I mean, I've been able to create some of the best friends I have through this company, and I know so many other people have. Relationships have been built. Marriages have come from it. It's really, really cool. So, and the events, it's like a family vacation or a family reunion. It's like a vacation. I mean, you really couldn't, it's like the best vacation you can have. You come to an event, you get to hang out with awesome people that are just so loving and caring and supportive, learn a lot of great stuff, get some positive energy, positive enforcement, motivation, inspiration. So all I can encourage you to do is get to the next event. Our next big one is coming up in Orlando. I don't think we've even officially announced it yet as of when we're doing this webinar right now. It's going to be in February 2015. We've also got our cruise coming up in November. There's still time to get on that cruise. Everyone is invited. Get with Sonia Wilson, or I think it's sbccruise.com is the website to find more information. We're going to Belize. We're going to Cozumel, Mexico. It's a 5-day cruuse. It's going to be awesome. And hang with people. Not going to be a ton of training on that cruise, but just the bonding and getting to meet the people and hang out with the people. I mean, as I said, that I think that's just the most valuable of everything, and the other stuff is not invaluable. I mean, it is awesome as well.
Yeah, and there's also I don't know if you want to kind of elaborate on this right now, but there's also some things going on, some promotions going on right now. And we came out and we saw this really cool Camaro. And if you guys are on our Dream Team page, of course you are, well, maybe you're watching on YouTube, but if you're on our Dream Team page now, you're taking a look at this really cool car. And so it's a 2000 and, as I believe it's 2014 Camaro, and it's rocked out with Skinny Body Care logo. It's got the hot pink going through it. I mean, it's really nice. And saw it in person, sat in it, really cool car. And so that's one of the things that's going on. But then if you don't mind kind of telling us about some of the promotions that's going on for people who are watching, who are part of Skinny Body Care now. I mean, again, just an added benefit. But since we've got you here, tell us what all they can get.
Yeah, it's cool. The Camaro promotion is exciting. I can't wait to give it away. I can't wait to see who wins it. But everyone needs to at least, at very minimum, I mean, get one entry into the Camaro, if not like 100 of them. And for every 3 people you enroll in the company, every 3 customers you sign up, or 3 distributors or combinations, whatever, you get an entry into the raffle to win brand new 2014 Skinny Body Care Camaro. I mean, it is fully loaded, all leather. It's got the navigation system. It's got the reverse cameras. It's got the sunroof, all power, everything. It is just a sweet car. Someone is going to win it. We're going to pull it out of a drawing at our event in Orlando in February. So you don't have to be there to win it, but it would be pretty cool if you were and could drive it home. If not, we'll get it shipped to you if you already have a plane ticket, whatever. But all it takes is 3 people signed up before November 7th. For each 3, you get an entry to win that Camaro. Someone is going to win it. Our bigger promotion, people are excited about the Camaro, but our bigger promotion, I truly believe, is our Leadership Challenge. And this, because as we talked about, leaders lead by example. Leaders practice what they preach. Leaders don't just speak what they're going to do, but they take action. And actions speak louder than words. And you know, for you to expect your team to grow and build and try to qualify for this challenge, you need to show them that you're serious about doing it too. So for everyone who enrolls 15 people by November 7th, it was initially set up to get 5 people a month between September and November 7th. So September, October, November. Actually, we announced it. When was the Vegas event? August?
Yeah.
Whatever the Vegas event was. So it was a 90-day thing. As Dale guys have listened to his training, if not, and if you're brand new or just joining, in your back office under training, under, I believe it is Training Call Library, there's an awesome video. It's a 3-hour webinar where Dale just lays out everything you need to do to build your business. And one of the things that he trains on consistently is focus on getting 3 to 5 new people in your organization each month. That's what's going to build your organization long term. So that's what this promotion was designed around, is getting 5 people a month for the full 90 days, but it ends hard on November 7th. So if you're just joining now, you've got about a month left. Actually, you've got about 2 months less than the 3 months. So you can still qualify for it. November 7th qualifies for our Leadership Challenge. Now what that means, more than anything, is you're building your team. You're showing your team that you're committed. You're setting the foundation for what could be, you know, the future of your business and what could set you up for life. This is just the beginning, but you're also showing everyone that you're a leader. So at our convention, you're going to walk across the stage. You're going to receive a trophy. You're going to get a certificate. You're going to get an award. Everyone's going to see that you are a leader. You're going to get to participate in our advisory board, which means your ideas, your thoughts, suggestions are going to be very I mean, we take every suggestion, as you guys know, from everybody, but you guys are really going to bring us what you believe will help the field and help everyone build their team, kind of be part of the company for the next year until we do the next leadership committee or leadership challenge. And it's going to be awesome. We're also going to do some conference calls just for the people who qualify. but you're going to show your team that you're a leader. And on top of all those other rewards and recognition that you're going to get and the team that you're going to build, you're going to get an extra 5 entries into the Camaro drawing. So just for signing up 15 people to qualify, that means you've already got 5 entries, one for each 3 people that you've enrolled. Plus, we're going to give you another 5, so you'll have 10 entries into the Camaro. If you sign up 90 people, for example, you'd have 30 from the regular qualifier, and then you're still only getting an extra 5 for the leadership challenge. But it's awesome, and I really am excited to see who steps up and who proves that they are a leader in this company and who shows me, because guys, we built this company for you. We're doing all of this for you, and it's kind of feedback to me that you guys appreciate it, that you guys are taking the challenge on, making it happen. So show me that you're serious about doing this. Show me that you can do it. Make it happen. Qualify for the leadership challenge. I can't wait to give you your certificate. Can't wait to give you a trophy, give you a hug, and show everybody that you are the leader that they're looking to follow.
Well, Ben, one, it's generous, and just in case you guys missed that, the car is free and clear. So this is not a car note. This is not you get to keep it for a few months. This is your car. You get to keep it, even though, let me just tell you guys, it's going to be my car, but we'll just pretend like it's going to be open to you guys. But so it's a free car, but it's not a car note. It's not a car lease. This is actually a car that goes to you or to me, but we'll talk about you guys. Free and clear. And so there's no strings attached to it. So you actually own it. So unheard of again. And the opportunity to be involved in the day-to-day operations or giving some input to the CEO of what's going on with Skinny Body Care over the next year. I mean, we're talking groundbreaking. I mean, seriously, on your input, being able to say to Ben, hey, listen, I think this would help the company grow, and actually have those things taken into consideration. I mean, how cool is that? So, Ben, I think I'm sitting here, I'm like, have I asked him everything? Have I thought of everything I wanted to ask? But I think I've like, asked you every question I wanted to ask. I'm just sitting here thinking if I could think of anything else, because how rare is it that you get an opportunity to just sit down and ask the CEO just about anything you want to ask? And I'm thinking, can I think of anything? But, I mean, the only other thing that I just want to say to you is how much we appreciate what you do, and how much how thankful we are for how you built this company, how you structure it with other people in mind, and how selfless you are. I mean, just a selfless individual, period. Not just for the company, but just period across the board. I'm just very thankful for this opportunity to speak with you, and for everyone who's watching. I'm glad you get to join us, but I would have done this on my own anyway, just to hang out with Ben. So just thank you so much for everything that you do, and for everything that's coming up in the future. Just very appreciative. So thank you in advance for everything.
You're very welcome, and thank you for this and for everything you're doing as well. You rock.
So anything that you want to add that maybe I didn't ask you?
Nope.
Okay. Perfect. Guys, listen, if you're thinking of getting started with Skinny Body Care, you haven't already signed up, listen, let me tell you, you're at the right place at the right time. Skinny Body Care is growing. You're going to look back a year from now if you don't get started today and go, boy, I wish I would have gotten started when I had the opportunity. So don't make that mistake. Go ahead and click on the blue button where it says join our team and get started right now. Literally, for less than $100, you can have your own business where you can work from home and have the opportunity, just like so many other people on our team, to earn a full-time income. I mean, so many people are earning money and winning in this business where they have not succeeded before. You can be one of them too. So click on the link where it says join our team, or get back in touch with the person who put you on this hangout and say, listen, I need just a little bit more information. Or you can click on the link where it says get more information. But I advise you to get started now. Rare opportunity. You're strategically positioned right now to make money and get healthy at the same time. So Ben, thank you again for this time. And I'm sure everyone who's watching this thanks you for sharing all the information that you did with us. And I can tell you what, I'm more excited than ever to grow my business, and I'm sure that everyone watching this is too. So thank you again, and we appreciate everything that you do. You awesome CEO you are.
You're welcome.
All right.
Bye, guys. Thank you so much for watching.
Thank you, Ben.